Hey, this is Chocolate Myers, and you're listening to Droppin the Hammer.
Come on, oh baby, don't you wanna go? Come on, oh baby, don't you wanna go? Back to that same old place.
We'll continue with more Droppin the Hammer here on ESPN Spartanburg, 97.1 FM, 1400 AM. And on the World Wide Web at ESPNSpartanburg.com with Matt Murphy, the 2012 Winter Heat Series champion at the Charlotte Motor Speedway and Bandolero Division. Matt, thanks for coming on Droppin the Hammer.
You're welcome anytime.
Matt, you had that little Bandolero hooked up pretty good this winter, didn't you?
Oh, yes, we did. We actually won another championship. The series was called the CCS Carolina Competition Sports. And that was a 5 race, and we won 4 races out of the 5.
Man, that's a good week.
Well, that's very impressive. And Matt, I see here that you actually started in junior dragsters. How old were you when you started in the dragsters?
Well, we actually bought my first drag car when I was 5 years old, and I started racing competitively at the age of 6.
Wow. That is amazing. So you fell in love with it early?
Yes, by my grandpa, Clarence Milner.
What was those first passes like in that junior dragster?
It felt real fast to me, but if I raced that race again, it would feel real slow because now I have a much bigger motor and I go way faster.
Well, at 5 years old, I think I was on a 3-wheeler pedaling, so I know that you probably were going a lot faster than I was.
Oh yes, I actually had a 3-wheeler one time, but that didn't go too well. First time we bought it off the trail, I ran dead into the woods.
Hey Matt, why did you make the decision to switch from a dragster over to doing some oval racing?
Well, in 2008, NASCAR recruited me, and after that, we just stuck with it because I thought it was a little bit funner than drag racing.
Okay, Matt, you're 11 years old. What grade are you in?
6th.
6th grade. Now, what do your friends at school think about this, or do they know much about what you're doing?
Well, some of them believe me and some of them don't. Some of them, I tell them and they listen, and some just say, oh, what the heck with it. But that's fine with me.
Well, 11 years old, you probably don't have a girlfriend yet, but you just wait a few years, and there's girls going to love that you're a race car driver.
I hope so.
Well, Matt, not only are you racing, you've also been a motivational speaker. You've inspired a children's book. Tell us a little bit about some of the things you're doing away from the racetrack.
Well, actually, this weekend, we just got back from Washington, D.C. yesterday, and I spoke at a church, and it's called the Philippines Outreach Church. And I just spoke about my racing career and my book called Ski Kids and my project called Project Share, which stands for Sacrificing Hands Are Real Examples.
That's really pretty cool, Matt. Now tell us the name of your book again.
Ski Kids. It was inspired by me, and it's written around my lifestyle, and it's also written and tells you that no matter where you live, what type of lifestyle you live, that we can all be friends.
Well, that's pretty cool. Now, where could we find a copy of that book?
Well, this book has been adopted by some CMS schools, Charlotte-Mecklenburg County schools, but not all of them. You could also purchase them on our website, www.mattmurphymotorsports.com.
Hey, Matt, I got to tell the listeners out there, first time I met you last year up at Charlotte, I became a fan of yours instantly, and you let everybody know your goal was to make it to NASCAR. Tell all the listeners out there what you want to do and when you see yourself doing it.
Yes. at the end of this year, I hope to be practicing in a late model stock car, and next year, if we get everything straight and we'll be able to get the car ready, I hope to be racing racing competitively, and then after that, I will go to K&N series, then hopefully truck series, and then after that, nationwide, and of course the big and sprint cup.
Sounds like you got planned out pretty well, Matt. You really have to be getting a lot of support from your parents.
Oh yes, my parents always tell me to be confident, and my grandparents. My whole family does.
Are you involved in any other kind of sports?
No, racing is about the only sport now, but I kind of been asking my mom and dad every now and again if I could do football or something like that on the weeks while after school.
Well, you know, girls kind of like football players too.
But I won't be a football player when I grow up. I won't be NASCAR racer when I grow up.
Pretty good. Now, I'm hoping, and I think I know the answer to this, what the answer to this is going to be, that your parents have you putting your grades first.
Oh, yes. I always maintain an AB report card. I know if I get anything lower, that racing will be out.
Well, good for Mom and Daddy.
Yeah.
And grandparents.
Oh, yes. All of them always get on me. But I know I try to do my best in school. I do the best I can in everything I do.
Hey, Matt, looking at your racing career, you've picked up quite a few wins early on here. Do you have a favorite win that sticks out in your mind, or maybe a favorite racetrack you like to compete at?
Well, I have a favorite racetrack and a favorite win. I'll tell you my favorite win first. My favorite win was a championship at the Winter Heat Series, because I learned that you have ups and downs in racing. Because 1 week, we missed the first week, and a couple more weeks we had motor problems. And a week after that, I was leading the race, and when 2 laps came down to go, my motor started to seize up, and right when the white flag came out, the second place car passed me, and I finished second. I could have won that race, though. But my favorite racetrack is Ace Motor Speedway, because it's real smooth, and there's hardly any bumps in it. I don't think so, but some people are trying to get us to race a legend car, but I don't think so. I don't think we will. I think we'll just finish racing Bandoleros and then go to Outlaws after that.
Hey, Matt, what big races do you have coming up on the calendar in 2012? I'm sure you're going to be back at Charlotte competing in the big money event, correct?
Yes, probably so. But we'll be racing at Orange County, not this week, but next week. And then the week after that, we'll be racing at Ace Motor Speedway. And then we'll also be racing at Dillon. But my schedule is also on my website, too.
Cool. Matt, who helped sponsor your race car?
We have a lot of sponsors. They are FDY Food Incorporation, Dream Builders Communication, Burlington Radiologist Associates, LA&B Construction, DW Designs Custom Clothier, Church's Chicken, Omega Goat Development, Teresa Enzymes, and then we also have my sponsor called Matt Enterprise. We put in sprinklers and security camera systems.
Well, Matt, best of luck to you 2012, and I hope you can keep that schedule you got planned out ahead of you. Hope you can stay on path that you want. Mainly keep those grades up and keep doing what you do, and inspire other kids to do well.
Oh, I'll always do that.
Yeah, he'll always do that.
Yeah, he's a great young man, Matt Murphy.
As much fun as I've had in an interview in a long, long time.
11 years old, and The young man's got a lot of talent. He's a hard-working young man. Matt Enterprises, he's talking about putting in those irrigation systems, folks. He's out there working doing that.
Yeah.
He's not just saying, yeah, we do this. He's wanting to help and put those in. Hard-working young man. He knows it takes hard work to get to any goal.
And he's got a plan.
And I think we'll see him when he's around about 20 years old. I think we'll see him in NASCAR Sprint Cup. I think it'll happen.
I would not be a bit surprised.
That'd be my next T-shirt I'll buy, maybe. Matt Murphy.